Thank you very much, Mr. Reddy, for your time. Now, I did mispronounce that area, and I think you'll be able to assist me in terms of the pronunciation. But tell me a little bit more about the state-of-the-art facility and what it means for people who need your services.
Good morning, Masego, and thank you for having me and the National Blood Service on TV this morning. Yes, we have built the state-of-the-art facility at Mount Edgecombe, which is north of Durban, near Mshlongarok, so it's about 15 km inland from the coast. And the purpose of building this laboratory is, we reflected as a National Blood Service pre-COVID, even in fact about 5 years ago, about what the future would look like. And we realized that for blood donors and for sustainability, altruism and the call to donate blood was something that was disappearing amongst the generations. And people needed to have visual sight of what they're doing. If you're donating blood, where does the blood go to? What happens to it? So taking that into account, we had the opportunity to relocate our site in KwaZulu-Natal. And we designed this journey of blood. And basically the journey of blood in this new facility is anyone, donors, members of the public, scholars, regulators can go in and from the time a donor comes in to donate blood and all the internal processes of processing the blood, testing it, transforming into 3 different units is an interactive session. So we've put touch screens, we've got a viewing deck, glass panels that individuals can actually look at each part of the process. So it gives a very, very good insight of what happens to a unit of whole blood after it's donated without actually going into the laboratories. And that's also quite critical because our laboratories, need to adhere to the highest good laboratory and good manufacturing practices. So if you look at it as going into other areas, if you're visiting museums or, other sites in South Africa or globally where you can interact, this is the concept that we have developed.
We've had the South African National Blood Services release a lot of press statements and speak to the media about how people are not, or how not enough people are donating blood. Could this be one of the reasons why you're trying to have those stakeholders feel like they're a part of the whole process of donating blood, for them to be able to see the process of where it goes, etc.?
Absolutely, 100%. So we want to create an experience for our donors when they come to donate, that they would come back and become regular donors. But also going into the future, we will be going into schools and getting children from schools and other entities to actually come and visit our sites so that they become interested in blood donation and the blood donors of the future. So this is one of the key sustainability issues for the blood service in South Africa, and to be understood that we are one of the cornerstones of the healthcare sector. Without blood, much of the operations and everything else that's needed in the hospitals will not happen. So we feel it's critical looking into the next 5-10 years that we do this.
And I think what's also very important, very quickly, Mr. Reddy, is the green building. It's solar powered, good for the environment.
Yes, in our design, we wanted to achieve 5-star green building, and we're well on our way with that, with solar panels, very, very environmental friendly, a lot of also open plan offices for our staff. So we built a labyrinth at the back of the building for our staff to go out and reflect and, have meetings and engagements as well. We've got a drone port that also is something we're quite busy with at the moment.
All right, Mr. Reddy, thank you so much for your time. Unfortunately, I've run out of the time to be able to chat to you about this, but congratulations on this move. That is, of course, Ravi Reddy. He is the CEO of the South African National Blood Service.